In 1576, Mexico did not fall. It was emptied, not conquered, not defeated, filtered, no invasion, no final battle, no moment history could photograph. One week, towns were alive. The next, they stopped answering. People went to sleep healthy and never finished the week alive. Not stabbed, not poisoned, not executed. Their bodies failed together. Blood escaped where it shouldn't. Organs drowned without water. Minds fractured before death arrived. They called it Cocoliztli, not because they understood it, but because language collapsed before answers did. The word didn't name a disease, it named an outcome. Catastrophe. Entire regions stopped responding to the living, not declining, not recovering, gone. And here's the part you are not meant to feel safe hearing. We still do not know what did this. Not fully, not reliably, not in a way that would protect anyone living inside a system under strain. This is not a solved epidemic. It is a selection event humanity already failed once, and history did not close the file. This story comes from the lost past, where history doesn't comfort, it evaluates. Before the fever, a system built to shed weight. Before the disease appeared, Mexico was already under pressure. The Aztec Empire had been dismantled, its cities stripped, its people forced into labor systems where exhaustion was normal and death was replaceable. European diseases had already arrived. Smallpox, measles, influenza. Each wave removed survivors. Each wave weakened immunity. Each wave narrowed the margin between living and collapse. Then the climate turned hostile. Rains failed. Rivers shrank. Harvests collapsed. Food became scarce. Bodies became thin. Communities were compressed into fragile systems that could not bend. This was not stability. This was load-bearing stress, and systems under load do not need enemies, they only need pressure. The fever that did not ask permission. The illness did not arrive dramatically. No collapse in the streets, no visible curse, just heat behind the eyes, a headache that refused to leave, dizziness that made the ground feel unreliable. People kept working. They assumed it would pass. It didn't. Within days, the body turned inward. Blood spilled from noses, from mouths, from ears. Skin yellowed, tongues darkened, vision dissolved. People did not understand what was happening, and that confusion lasted until death. Most were gone in 3 to 5 days. No recovery, no warning, no second chance. The body did not fight, it shut itself down in sequence. The pattern that removed denial. Then something appeared that could not be dismissed. This plague had preferences. It devastated indigenous communities, working-age adults, people already weakened by hunger and forced labor. It largely spared Spanish settlers, children, Europeans born elsewhere. This was not coincidence. The disease followed lines no map showed. Nutrition, immunity, housing, power. The poorest died first. The exhausted followed. Those insulated by structure survived. Cocoliztli did not just infect bodies. It revealed who the system was prepared to lose and who it was built to protect. When death moved faster than time, burial stopped being possible, cemeteries overflowed, then became irrelevant. Mass graves were dug quickly, then abandoned. Entire villages were discovered silent, food still inside homes, bodies left where they fell, doors still closed. Spanish records describe roads blocked by corpses, homes sealed with the dead inside, fields rotting untouched. Priests stopped performing last rites, not because faith failed, but because time failed. Silence replaced prayer, not symbolically, literally. The number history cannot absorb. By the end, roughly 2 million people were gone. Half of New Spain, not soldiers, not rebels, not enemies. People who were never meant to disappear simultaneously. And this number is conservative, because history counts power carefully, and the powerless eventually, if at all. What vanished was not just population, it was memory, language, knowledge, continuity, things that do not regenerate. Opening the body did not open the answer. No one understood what was happening. Some blamed God, some blamed indigenous rituals, Some blame the stars. Doctors blame bad air, bad water, bad spirits. Nothing slowed the deaths. So physicians began opening bodies. What they found terrified them. Organs swollen with blood, lungs drowning internally, hemorrhaging everywhere. This was not infection as they understood it. The body was coming apart by design. There was no treatment to test, no pattern to interrupt, only observation and counting. Science arrives too late to save anyone. Centuries later, science tried to name the killer. The strongest theory, a viral hemorrhagic fever. The symptoms align, the speed aligns, the internal bleeding aligns. Diseases like Ebola kill this way. But hemorrhagic viruses require reservoirs, animals that carry death quietly, which means the disease did not arrive randomly. It emerged because conditions made emergence inevitable. How structure turned biology into a weapon. Climate records reveal something critical. Right before the outbreak, Mexico suffered extreme megadroughts. Drought collapses ecosystems. Animals move closer to humans. Rodents thrive. Rodents carry disease. Colonial agriculture stripped natural barriers. Forced labor weakened immune systems. Climate stress completed the chain. Cocoliztli may not have been a single pathogen. It may have been every failure aligning at once. Biology didn't create the catastrophe, structure did. Who was insulated from dying? The most uncomfortable truth remains. Spaniards survived at higher rates, not because they were stronger, because they were insulated. Better food, cleaner water, less exposure, partial immunity. The disease did not care about justice. It responded to protection. Privilege became insulation. And insulation decides who remains when systems begin to shed weight. When the plague ran out of people, by the 1580s, Cocoliztli faded, not cured, not understood. It simply ran out of bodies. The damage could not be reversed. Entire cultures disappeared. Languages died without record. Generations were erased. New Spain rebuilt itself over absence. A society constructed on what was missing. Why this was not an ending? Cocoliztli is rarely discussed. It doesn't glorify conquest. It doesn't offer heroes. It exposes systems. And systems make people uncomfortable because nothing in this story is ancient. Environmental collapse, overcrowding, inequality, unknown pathogens. These are not historical conditions. They are current ones. The next test will not announce itself. Cocoliztli has no confirmed name, no preserved sample, no definitive cause, only a result. Millions dead, half a civilization erased, no certainty. Pandemics are not accidents. They are stress tests. And when systems crack, disease does not knock. It enters. The plague of 1576 is gone. The conditions that created it are already in place. This is the lost past, and the past is not done measuring us.